Good morning, Viet Tom. I haven't used that one in a while. That's a good one, man. I might have to make that a t-shirt, huh? Anyway, good morning, good morning. I am Tom, aka Nostra Thomas. I am the bombest. How is everyone doing today? I see 3 viewers and 1 like. Come on, let's change that to 3 likes. How you all doing this morning out there? I got an amazing video for you this morning. Of course I have an amazing video. What am I going to say? I have a shitty video? Anyway, we are going to talk about kind of shifting gears on some of the. I might be doing a Janet Yellen walk back on some of the thoughts I've had in the past. We're going to discuss one of the topics I love to discuss: the Bitcoin bull run end. I have said in the past I don't think it's going to end like it has previous cycles, but the more and more I think about it, I think I could just as easily be wrong. We'll be discussing that. And when it comes to Bitcoin, you got to stay fluid. When it comes to cryptocurrency, you got to stay fluid. You got to be ready. You got to be ready to take those profits, and you got to be ready for when the Bitcoin bull run ends. Yesterday and previous videos, I've done a lot of in-depth analysis on how it could end and why my portfolio is set up the way it is. I will continue to talk about that in future videos quite a bit, because I think it's very important, just as I think it's very important to continue to talk about certain things like don't leverage trade, don't margin trade, etc., etc. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And is especially more true in cryptocurrency than anything. It's real easy to get caught up into the cryptocurrency hype and think you can get rich overnight. And, you know, in some cases you kind of can, but they're lottery tickets. Of course, you're going to hear stories. You're going to hear people that FOMO'd into Dogecoin recently, didn't know crap, didn't know anything. They just got lucky. They made a ton of money. Hell, I bought $25 of Dogecoin. I can't even believe Dogecoin. Saint gang in the house. I'm doing pretty good. Thumbs down. Thank you. I don't care. Bring them, baby. Bring them. Thumb them down. I'm doing good, man. How you doing? So, yeah, so I bought $25 of Dogecoin at 0.03 cents. That's now worth like several $1,000s. The Dogecoin is crazy, but how often does that happen? How often are you going to risk a massive amount of money on some, like, it's no different than taking, say I put $1,000 into Dogecoin. Quite frankly, I probably, statistically speaking, I would have had a better chance of putting $1,000 into lottery tickets. It's crazy though, man. If I would have put just a modest $1,000 into Dogecoin, which I could have afforded, but it's all about the mechanics, right? You want to trade smart. You continue to trade like that, you're destined to lose your money. Just because you hit that one, and that's the worst thing that probably could have happened to me. I put $1,000 in, $1,000 of Dogecoin at 0.003 cents. What is that worth now? 10,000, 100,000. Am I 10,000, 100,000? I don't know, like 600,000 or what's the math? I don't know. Yeah, all right, actually 10. So 10x would be 10,000, then another 10x would be 100,000, and then another double. Yeah, like 200 grand, man. If I would have put 10,000 in, it'd be what, 2 million? Like, we could do this all day long. But then again, who's gonna put in a $10,000 into Dogecoin? That's a lot of money for someone like me. Maybe you're rich, right? And you got to be careful with Dogecoin. I know Dogecoin's not my title, and I'm going on a rant here, but like, there's one address that owns like 30% of the Dogecoin. You don't think manipulation's happening right now and that can't change on a dime and there's not a bubble there and that's just a very crazy situation? Can Dogecoin hit $1 by Saturday? I don't know. There's a decent chance, but can it sustain that? And what is it going to come crashing back down to? The selling pressure is just building and building. And man, I don't want any part of that. Anyway, I'm going to move. Yeah, over 300K. Thank you, Saint Gang, for telling me how much money I could have if I would have yellowed into Doge. So, yeah, man, it could. You know, it's getting pumped. It's going to continue to get its little pump. But I'm just like, I didn't even buy some just to have some fun right now, and I easily could have. It's just, I'm trying to stay mechanical, right? You continue to trade smart, you continue to make good decisions, and you can make money in cryptocurrency. We're going to take a quick look at the markets, and then I'm going to quickly talk about how my theory is changing on how, you know, the Bitcoin bull runs go in cycles. They've gone in cycles. I've said in the past that I think this cycle is going to last longer because of the amount of liquidity coming in and things like that. But the more I think about it, I think the cycle very easily could repeat. And I'm saying I don't know. No one knows. No one knows if it's going to end. No one knows if it's going to be a super cycle. A lot of people are telling you that they think they know. And I'm telling you, I don't know. But I'm prepared for either scenario, right? So the more I think about it, I think there's a very good chance that it could end the way that it has ended in the past, and I will cover those theories. So let's take a quick look at the markets. We're getting a little bit of a bounce back. Janet Yellen put the fear of God into the stock markets again yesterday. Thank you, Janet. We really appreciate that. And now she's walking them back, so the stock market is starting to rebound a bit. I mean, I didn't even want to look at my stock market yesterday because it was just a sea of red. I was down a lot of money. We still need quite a few gusts from the gods for me to pull myself out of some of my positions. I got quite a few bullish put spreads on. Some of them are expiring here pretty soon. I got 16 days left on about potential $800 in losses on Tesla bullish put spreads. I would typically like to roll those or take profits. The 20-day mark. I don't think this has changed. One of them, I don't know why I did a weekly. I just wasn't paying attention. But, excuse me, I can't roll that out for a credit. So I got 9 days. This one I don't need a huge gust. I only need a $20 push, and we can close this at a pretty good profit. This other one I got an extra week, and I need Tesla above 720. Can I roll this for a credit? No, I could take a small debit. I'm gonna go ahead and let this run. I am risking quite a bit of gamma risk right now. If Tesla goes down, the bridge is going to be over on these, and they're going to be max losses. I am now down a bit in the shares, no problem. I feel fairly confident. Dude, I don't know what's going to happen with Tesla over the next 1 or 2 years. It's had an amazing run. But there's some things that could happen. If full self-driving gets any kind of steam this year, which I think has a really good chance, that's going to be a huge catalyst. They're going to push 1 million car deliveries this year. I think that could be on the table. You know, Papa Elon's going to pull out all stops to make that happen, and that's going to be a huge goal for them. So I think if they get anywhere near 1 million cars, that's going to be a huge catalyst. And then they got the whole solar battery storage thing that's really starting to pick up steam. And I personally believe that is going to be a much bigger part of the business. So it's going to be, dude, like the solar and battery storage is going to be massive. It's going to be much, much bigger than what Tesla is now. But then again, you look over at this full self-driving, man, it's just a software package that currently sells for $10,000. That's that in itself is, well, I don't want to get too crazy. I don't want to get too moon boy, but that's a potential multi-trillion-dollar business just on the full self-driving. And that price is going to start going up a lot. Just think of the businesses that are going to open up robo-taxi services. I've considered it myself as a potential business plan in my future. Going out and getting a bunch of full self-driving Teslas. Like, is it... do I go out and buy 10 now when it's $10,000, or when it's close to maturity and the damn package costs $100,000, right? I mean, think about it. Taxi drivers would pay in New York $1 million just for their little coin or whatever. So do you not think full self-driving is going to be a ridiculous price when you can start making money off of it? I don't know the economics there, though, because the per mile that you charge and... anyway, I don't recall my title saying, let's talk about Tesla for 20 minutes. All right, Elon hosting... Oh, yeah, that's why Doge is on a tear. I don't know. Personally, I'm kind of frustrated with all that, with Mark Cuban and Elon not shutting up about Dogecoin. I mean, It's cool, it's funny, I guess, but I mean, at the end of the day, and there's a lot of groups pumping it, a lot of Discord groups. I'm pretty sure GameStop, the whole GameStop crowd has a lot to do with it. And there's a lot of reason for it. And me personally, man, I don't know. Like, all you hear about is all the people making money, you know, getting rich. So someone just recently became a Dogecoin millionaire. Headline, headline, headline. But are you going to... And we probably will. Like when it comes crashing to earth, how many people are going to lose their livelihood, their money, more money than they can afford to lose, right? So it's a game. Like and people don't realize this, dude. You are stepping into the game, like the game. Money, cash rules everything around me, man. You are walking into an arena where the person on the other side wants to chop your head off, slaughter you, gut you, and take all your money. This isn't Monopoly, boys and girls. So yeah, it's cute. You go out there and you go out and take a 401k loan because you just know you're going to become a millionaire, and you drop $20,000 into Doge. Then the next thing you know, you're out on the street, right? This is the real deal, Holyfield. Be careful out there. So anyway, NASDAQ, 82. It was up much more. So it's starting to cool off. We're going to have to see where this happens. Coinbase, I don't even want to look at Coinbase. It's just been a major disappointment. I broke my rule of not buying into IPOs or paying the toll. I still have faith, though, that this is going to have a major push this year. As long as Bitcoin has a major push. I mean, Coinbase, just because Bitcoin's down doesn't mean Coinbase isn't making profits. First of all, Ethereum's clocking all-time ridiculous highs, and the amount of volume and the crypto market itself has gone up in value. If Coinbase doesn't care if Bitcoin's going down, there's people still buying and selling it, and they're still getting the ridiculous fees. And I would imagine trading volume is still continuing to be at all-time highs. And their first quarter, they 1.8. I don't even remember. It was some ridiculous profit number that like 1.8 billion or something like that. That was basically more than they've ever made in their entire history, and that's just going to continue. They got an earnings report on 5/13. That just popped up. That's news. So very interesting. That's a week away. They have options too. I haven't even looked at their options yet. But Coinbase, this earnings report is going to get out. We could see a bit of a Coinbase pump. Very, very interesting. Let's see what the options look like. Man, there is a lot of juice in Coinbase. 62% IV. A $44 expected move by June 18th. Let's see what it is. Basically for the month ending into their earnings report. 5/13. So yeah, this is 1 day later. 79% IV, $25 expected move. Not bad. So if you're looking to get into Coinbase, you have a lot of money and you want to play a good game. I mean, you could sell a 260 put, get $6 and like close to $6.50 credit. As long as Coinbase doesn't dip below, this is the 30-ish delta. As long as the price of Coinbase don't go below 260, you just collect the premium. If it does go below 260, boom, baby, you just bought Coinbase at 255, right? If I had a ton of money in the stock market right now, which I don't because it's all in cryptocurrency, I'd probably be playing this. Hell, I'd probably have 100 shares of Coinbase and do a covered strangle. You could get a strangle. What is going on? That ain't right. I had one too many strikes. You could do a strangle. The 250, 315, get roughly $9.60 in credit, almost $1,000. I mean, this is a bigger play, right? You definitely want to know what you're doing. Buying power on this would be reduced by $11,000. And as long as Coinbase stay between 250 and 315, you're making some money. The odds of this being 50% profitable is 83%. Now, this is an undefined risk trade. You definitely want to know what you're doing. And as Coinbase starts moving up in price or down in price, you're going to want to roll up, roll down. And dude, this is just, I didn't even realize this. This one's just 16 days away. We wouldn't play this. We would play probably, let's see what the June looks like. Here I go, waxing on about things that aren't heavily based in the title. Hey, that's what you get when you come to this channel. You get solid trading knowledge. Just my knowledge. Not, this isn't advice. I'm not an advisor. It annoys me that I have to constantly, I don't probably have to constantly say it, but I feel obliged, right? Like, I don't need someone coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, Tom, you told me to do this strangle on Coinbase, and I now lost all my money, so I'm going to sue you. So you could get $1,495 to do a strangle at the expected move. 240 on the put side, 230 or 330 on the call side. Coinbase would have to be above $345 or below $225 before you even start to lose money. And there's ways to defend against this when you're wrong. So again, if I had a ton of money in the stock market, this is definitely a play I would be putting on. And this play, for you people that know what you're doing, and please do not get into this trade unless you know what you're doing, you have an 86% chance of being 50% profitable. You have an 86% chance of making $700 basically in the next 20 to 30 days, right? You can't beat those odds. And this is how, like, if unrealized profits, unrealized taxes become a thing, this is how the stock market, I mean, in general, like, if you want to be quite honest, there's only really two very good ways to make money in the stock market. Selling options and knowing what you're doing, and that includes not just strangles, things like covered calls, cash secured puts, etc., or buying and holding long term, buying good stocks and holding long term, and a mix of it, right? The options, an extremely efficient use of your capital. You can get the same type of gains putting only 30% of your capital at risk, or even less, right? But it's all short term. That's going to be a great equalizer if this ugly 20-headed snake comes out of taxing unrealized tax gains, right? So that's what I would be doing if this ever comes to fruition. I'm almost 100% going to be options again, right? And I cannot wait before the liquidity and options reach cryptocurrency, because it's going to be game on there, right? But you're in plays. I mean, these are all short, it's always short-term capital gains, always, but it's much, much, much greater than 50% chance of being right. Unlike when you just buy a stock. Hans in the house, or Hans, I gotta get Hans in the house. Good morning, what's up, Hans? All right, solid gibber jabber, that's the only thing I know. Thanks, I just scared off one of your viewers. Whatever. They probably got tired of waiting on my title, or just me being long-winded. Who knows? Who cares? Screw them. I think I'm at like 674 subscribers. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. I have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers, and I do want to hit that. I'm not going to lie. And I will be able to sleep much better at night knowing that I could delete the channel at any time after that, knowing I hit my goal. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I most certainly do not have a goal of getting a silver play button. I really don't care of reaching 100,000. In fact, it scares the shit out of me, right? It scares the shit out of me that I got 3 people in chat right now just talking and listening to me. Like, who the hell am I? Anyway, one thing I haven't done yet is look at my portfolio, my crypto portfolio, my Excel spreadsheet, because I wanted to do the excitement on the stream. I'm expecting it to be up near all-time highs. Polkadot and Cardano are pumping for no real reason. I don't know if that's still happening. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I don't know if that's still held. I don't think there's any fundamental reason why it's pumping other than it's just a natural slinky motion. Money pouring out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, and then a little bit of money pouring out of Ethereum and it just keeps slinking its way down. And that's likely part of why the Bitcoin bull run could end naturally at that cycle of like August, September, October, and it could repeat itself. And again, the more I think about it, the more I think it could. So let's get on to discussing that. I do want to pull up the spreadsheet really quick and see how we're doing. I'm excited. 549,000. I don't think that's an all-time high, though it's pretty freaking close. What do we got going on? It might be, man. It might be. We'll just go ahead and call like 549,999. We'll just say 550,000 is the all-time high in this portfolio right now. It's up 122% overall. The graph is letting me down. It's the only negative on the board. It's barely negative, though. I think if the thing goes up a penny or two, I'm probably profitable. The graph has been very, very surprising. That thing has gone from like $1.30 to $2 back down. So, man, I don't know. That one has kind of been a bit of a letdown. I've expected a lot more out of that. I still think it's a really good buy, especially at these prices. Recently, Polkadot and Cardano have been two of the biggest ones I said are great buys right now. Polkadot is currently at $39, looking really good. I was pounding the table on Polkadot when it was at $30. Your boy, the kid, Nostradamus himself, bought another $10,000 in Polkadot. And I got to tell you, boys and girls, I'm running dry on cash over here. I don't have a whole lot of money to be YOLOing into the crypto market right now, and I'm trying to dollar cost average into the dollar, just trying to build up a little bit of savings of that dirty fiat, right? Like all these maximalists that say who wants to hold on to fiat when it devalues? Well, crypto can devalue quicker than fiat is ever even imagined. ADA to Uranus. Hell yeah, ADA. Nah, man, like, come on, ADA. So, and ADA, just yesterday, go back to the stream, fact check it. I think Hans was around. I was saying one of the best buys on the board right now is Cardano. Cardano was sitting at $1.30. I think it dipped down to like $1.27 during that little chilly dipper in the afternoon. You know, the markets were getting a bit manipulated, it looked like. They were getting pushed down, then Asia woke up and started buying that dip again, it looks like. But just yesterday, I said Cardano is probably the best buy on the board. And look, I don't know. It's pumped up 8 or 9 cents yesterday. Man, it's done this a lot, right? Who knows if this is the beginning of its breakout. It could just as easily go back down to like the $1.30, or there could even be another flush, and it even goes all the way back down to this $1.12, this green trend line, $1.15, $1.16. I don't think so. I mean, there's a decent chance it could go back down to like the $1.30 level, just if the market continues to kind of stay flat. But it's got the Alonzo. I think it's Alonzo. I always want to say Alfonso because I used to love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm pretty sure it's Alonzo's coming up, and some pretty big stuff coming this summer. So I do think this is going to start pumping and moving. I don't think $2 is out of the question here in the short term, right? I really don't. So is this the beginning of that, or is this just the natural roll of money out of Bitcoin into Ethereum and then into other bigger altcoins? Just a short-term altcoin season, right? Which leads me to the end of the Bitcoin bull run. There are many reasons why it could happen again. One, you got a lot of professionals that know how to manipulate regulated markets that are quickly and probably already been learning how to manipulate a much easier manipulative, basically unregulated market, right? Trillions and trillions of dollars. And they're paying a lot of money to put people on their trade desks and into their departments, their crypto departments and what have you, to understand crypto. And if you think they don't know previous cycles, how it's happened, right? It's the whatever amount of like 180 days of bull run after the halving, blah, blah, blah. And then crash, and then it crashes, it leaf rallies, and then Bitcoin crashes, and all the money goes into Ethereum, right? You don't think they know that? And even things like BlackRock with 7 trillion or whatever crazy amount of money under management and all this stuff, right? Hedge funds galore. You're like, oh, Tom, these hedge funds don't really have a lot of exposure to be able to manipulate Bitcoin. I'm sorry. Have you seen this Bitcoin future that's 5-to-1 leverage? They all have access to that. And they all know the potential. And who knows what else these hedge funds have access to. The ETFs in Canada and blah, blah, the Ethereum ETFs, the Bitcoin ETFs, Grayscale, all this stuff. They all have the ability to pile in and manipulate and jump in on the manipulation. And these boys and girls know how to manipulate markets, even regulated, right? And they don't care because they just get little small fines when they get caught. So they know this, right? If the Bitcoin bull run does reach a head at the end of August, September, October, right? I think based on previous cycles, it would be right around the end of October. It could come early, it could come a little bit late, who knows? If it happens, there's a lot of reason greed-wise out there for that happen. Like I've said in the past, I don't think it'll happen because institutional buying is much different this time. Well, again, think about it. The real institutional has the power to hit that leverage short button, and a lot more money could be made by shorting it down. So as that happens, as they leverage short and take, just drive the price of Bitcoin down. Again, like I said, the whole market goes way up. The whole market goes down 30-40%. And then the whole market relief rallies about 80-90% of that. And then Bitcoin starts dumping and Ethereum goes to the moon. And it makes sense, right? So just think about that. Maybe it's manifest destiny. Maybe everyone's going to follow these stock to flow models, cycle in models, and it's going to be easy money. So if that happens, it very easily could happen. You got to be ready for it. And again, numerous times, that's why I said Ethereum's the linchpin to my portfolio. It sets me up for that success. And as that happens, you look at the market cap of Bitcoin, right? Oh, Roby. This is an altcoin gem I'm looking at, boys and girls. Hot tip out there. All right, so let's look at, right now the market cap of Bitcoin's 1 trillion. Let's say it does hit my predicted top of 150 to 100. We'll just say, we're just going to triple it, and we're going to say 165,000, right? So you're looking at a $3 trillion market cap in Bitcoin. And there's a reason why this cycle ends like it does in the past. And I think there's a very good reason why, if it does end this cycle, it's going to repeat itself. And if you firmly understand this cycle, you can make a lot of money. But if you F up, you could lose a lot of money, right? So be safe, be smart about it. There's even some pro tips out there that you can engage if you want to. I may or may not. A lot of this depends on how easy it is. Like I'm probably not going to be in a position to have the real 5-to-1 leverage, but I wouldn't mind. Like, is this tradable yet on Tastyworks? MDT? This is the, what? Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. All right. This is the micro Bitcoin future. This is 1/10 the size of Bitcoin. Let's see if I can put a trade on. I got some cash over here. The buying power this future requires is $2,000. I definitely have that. Bitcoin is, dude, I should have put this on earlier. I'm just going to put this on quickly, smally. I'm not, like, I kind of want to see how much the tick goes. So we're not going to sell it. Whoa, I almost sent that. What the F is wrong with me? So we're going to buy a little. Let me see if I can get a little cheaper. This symbol is not supported yet. Well, F you, Tastyworks. All right, well, it's coming, boys and girls. I can't wait. So this gives me the ability to throw on some of that pro stuff. I'm not going crazy 5x, 10x, 100x leverage when it comes. ADA will go to 5, I think. I agree with you. Minimum. What do you think of Matic? Man, I don't know a lot about Matic. They're getting a lot of hype lately. Layer 2 solution, all things I like. So it's a good project, and it's going to be part of my exit strategy. So Matic is one I have to look more at. I've heard a lot of good things, but I'm not an expert on it. And it's definitely been one of those ones that get a lot of chatter. Like you constantly hear about it, like in streams and etc. People are discussing Matic. It's not one that I own. It's not one that I currently look to own, but there's some coins that I don't own that are going to be part of my exit strategy. So let's get back to what I was saying. The market cap, or when it comes to an end, we've gotten Bitcoin now at $3 trillion market cap, right? So as the end comes, again, dip, relief rally, Bitcoin dips, Ethereum goes to the moon, right? Part of the reason that happens is as Bitcoin is dipping 10%, 20%, well, 3 trillion, 20% of 3 trillion, $600 billion. Boom, baby. Everyone's greed kicks in, and that's just from Bitcoin. They start flooding that money into Ethereum. $600 billion into Ethereum. Let's say Ethereum is a $600 billion market cap at the time. That's just like over the next few days an easy double plus, not including all the FOMO that's coming into it. And then it starts spilling into your Cardanos. That's 1/10 the market cap, right? Or what is it right now? About 1/8 the market cap. It starts flooding into these, right? So it's the slinky just keeps going down and keep pouring down. So again, my exit strategy is going to see this happening. Ethereum's going to be going to the moon, and Bitcoin's going to start tanking. I may start taking some Bitcoin off the table. Not a lot, because I don't mind holding that into the next bull run if it comes to an end. Start aggressively taking profits in my Ethereum as it's mooning. You know, take 20, 30, 40, up to 50% of my Ethereum off the board at profits. I may and excuse me, you're definitely going to want to hit this like button. You definitely you definitely want to hit the likes. You definitely want to smash the likes. You definitely want to smash that subscribe button, and you definitely want to smash that notification bell, because I will be streaming when this happens. Boys and girls, it is the end. Here I am leverage shorting Bitcoin down. Not really leverage, it's 1/10 the size. Maybe I throw a couple of them on though, right? If I think it's the end, maybe I'm going to make a few extra Satoshis as it's going down. I will start taking profits in Ethereum. I already have an S-load of money in Polkadot and Cardano too. So, you know, those are going to start pumping. I don't know how much of a lag there's going to be between Ethereum and your like Polkadots, your Cardanos, your XRPs, your Uniswaps, your Chainlinks. You know, these top 20 coins are going to be kind of somewhat in unison with Ethereum, maybe a little bit of lag, and then it's really going to start pouring down into smaller coins. So as I'm taking profits in Ethereum, as I'm taking profits in Cardano, as I'm taking profits in Polkadot, as I'm taking profits in Binance, these are 95% of my portfolio, including Bitcoin. So it's about 75% of my portfolio is Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, and Binance coin. All top 10 coins. I will be taking 20 to 50% of my profits off the board, and I'll probably pour some of those profits into really good lower cap gem, right? Because again, it's going to slinky its way down. The greed is going to slinky its way down. It's going to continue to, the pros are going to be ahead of the pump, pumping it up and taking the profits early, and all the idiot FOMO retailers, right? Not dismissing myself if I time it wrong, are going to be caught holding the bags, right? So once it gets past those like top 10 to 20 coins, I will be looking, like as I take money out of Cardano, I might immediately put into something like Solana that I like a lot and is still near the top 20, right? But then I'm going to pretty quickly start putting into things that I think are really going to move. And a couple that I have in mind would be like Elrond, but more like Zilliqa could be really good. Zilliqa gets talked about a lot and it's cheap. So I'm looking at those coins that get talked about a lot. They're cheap because people love buying cheap. They don't even look at the market cap. But this is only a $2 billion market cap. So this is one of those coins that could moon at the end. What else? One is one that I'm really looking at. The graph is a decent one. What exchanges are they on, right? Like the one is Harmony. The one is one I'm definitely looking at. It's currently at 13 cents. Maybe it's at $1 by then. Maybe, I mean, at $1, that puts it at a $10 billion market cap. So that's still pretty big, but those are just some of the things I have in mind. Anyway, that's why I'm kind of stepping back what I think is going to happen to the market. I think it just as easily could end towards the end of the year. Who knows? Because a lot of greed a lot more money could be made by the market coming to an end. The big boys shorting it, the big boys taking profits, the big boys slinking into the altcoins and really just squeezing those turnips dry as you go down the thing. And again, I'll be taking profits. We'll be continuing to talk about this all the way through the bull run and as we see the bull run potentially coming to an end. So again, like, subscribe, bell button. Anyway, that is that strategy. Let's do a quick recap on what is going on in the markets. Bitcoin's looking pretty good. It's up now 5%. This is good because we were in DEFCON 4, headed to DEFCON 3, right? I was nervous. Ethereum was mooning. I wasn't that nervous because I don't think this is the end. And I said that. I don't think this is the end, but at least we're on alert, right? Like we see it happening and we know it could still change on a dime, right? If Ethereum was still going up fast and then Bitcoin started doing this move, the Bitcoin bull run could have been coming to an end early, right? Ooh, Cardano, baby. Let's go. We're pushing $1.40. We got to go back to the portfolio. I'm pretty sure we're at all-time highs. Polkadot now pushing $40. Let's keep the pump going. It looks like a lot of money is coming into the overall market right now. Crypto market cap is now at 2.4 trillion and going up. Does this give you any kind of graph? Here we go. Nice. Look at that, man. Wow. So even just the end of March 26, it was at 1.75. So it's up like almost a trillion, you know, $750 billion just in the last month, five weeks. Couple of charts we don't look at very often that maybe we should start paying attention to a bit more would be, I've kind of been paying attention to the Bitcoin dominance. We look at a bit from time to time. One I don't look at, and I look at it on my phone, but I don't look at it here. So let's take a quick look at that and see how that's doing. That would be the ETH BTC. Let's see, ETH BTC. ETH BTC pair. Can't be too hard to find. ETH USD, ETH BTC. We'll do it on Kraken. All right. Yeah, man, look at the ETH to BTC pair. It was at 0.5 like just 3 days ago, right? It's moved up a full percent. Let's look at it historically. This was another thing that was putting me, you know, closer to DEFCON 3. It's cooling off. It peaked January 18th. So this was I would imagine this is June 17th. That was a pretty high peak. I wonder what was going on there. This right here, February 8th, is the end of the 2018 altcoin Ethereum run, right? Because Bitcoin started crashing around December 17th, and then Ethereum went to the moon, and then it started going down. So just another chart to keep your eye on. That's one of the things I love about cryptocurrency. You know, that reminds me. What is being able to do really cool things like comparing Tesla to Bitcoin, right? Like which is a better investment? Now that there's a Tesla coin, I don't know if this is even available, but let's take a look. It probably is. So what is it? MTSLA? I don't know what the Tesla coin is. I thought it was M Tesla, right? So Tesla. Eventually this stuff will get added. So wrap mirror Tesla token on Uniswap. You can get Tesla on Uniswap now? Tesla to the US dollar, Tesla to Bitcoin. That is what's up right there, boys and girls. Tesla to Dogecoin. Let's see if Elon has successfully pumped Dogecoin higher than Tesla. It is currently down, so that is interesting. Tesla to Bitcoin. Let's look at that one. Tesla to Tether. Well, that's just a dumb one. Tesla USD, Tesla Bitcoin. And currently right now, Tesla is not a better investment than Bitcoin by a wide margin. I really didn't need a chart to tell me that, but that's pretty cool that you could look that up. All right, let's wrap this up, boys and girls. I know that's a comment I love to say all the time, and then 2 hours later, we finally wrap it up. Bitcoin up $1,400. It was just up over 56. That's looking good for the good kids. Ethereum's holding up really well. Decent chance we push for 3,500 plus again today. Stock market is definitely taking it on the nose. The NASDAQ is now pushing into red territory. It is a sea of red. I'm just going to shut this down. I don't even care anymore, right? Luckily, I haven't stock positions that I can hold long term, that I can pull myself out of a hole. Luckily, my stock portfolio is less than 10% of my overall investments right now. I don't know. So yeah, whatever, man. E-mini S&Ps flirting with flat. One last look at the portfolio. All-time highs, baby. 553,198. I will be back tomorrow, 5 minutes from market opens. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I just wake up and whatever comes to my mind. Love you guys and gals. Peace.